I wanted to know, everyone knows this story, right? So can you tell, what is the Easter story? What happened? Someone volunteered to come up and sign the story for Easter. Yeah. Hey, what? You want to try? You want to try? Ah! Cindy, you want to try? Yeah, the Easter story. Yeah. You want to try?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So this one right here. You choose. What happened on Easter? Yeah. Well, what happened on Easter? Yeah. Well, that's what we're gonna do for the Bible reading. I want to know your story. Yeah. Remember the story. Yeah. See. Okay. All right. Good. Becky, now why? Why? Because I want us to practice. You guys know this story. What happened on Easter? Yeah.
They found the tomb open. They looked in there, and an angel said he lives. They went and were excited. So they got the other disciples and followed back to the tomb. Don't be afraid, he lives. They were excited and celebrating.
But don't eat it. Oh, the
tomb was empty. Peter. Explained, a woman went to tell to come, and Peter and followed. She didn't want to put oil on him when he was not there. And the angel sat and white, it was all white, clothed, and said, Christ is risen, go. Jesus met, and they were afraid.
So Jesus did appear to one of the women. The woman, did she recognize Jesus right away?
Yeah. Probably not.
No, yeah. She thought Jesus himself was a gardener. He was taking care. And so she asked, where have you put his body? Where? And that's when Jesus said, Mary! Well, you would think she would recognize his voice, but when he said her name, then, boing! Yeah. Well, you and I, what would we do if someone told us, that my dad rose from the dead? It's like, no way. Impossible. It wouldn't happen. And so, that's we understand their doubt. Any more things from the story? Do you guys remember any more you want to add? Nothing? Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to share about the Easter story because I love.
I'm funny.
Rabbits, why not laughing? Okay.
Wait a minute. Ooh, got the idea
about the rabbits? Okay. That's why I wanted to bring up here, because you will see rabbits and you will see eggs all the time for Easter. Really, the sad part is more people understand the bunnies and the eggs than Jesus. But I was glad to see on the news today, they said about 65% of people in America will go to church today. So that's great. Yeah, that is great. But that's why I want to explain. You know why? See, really, eggs have been part of the Easter story for many years. Eggs, because why? Because you see the egg, and it looks, and then it hatches. And what happens? This baby chick comes out. And so people saw that is a picture of the resurrection. It's an example of, it's a picture of the resurrection. So you have the egg open up, and then the chick comes out. And if you grow up on a farm, really, when do you hatch chicks? When? Now. This time of year in spring is when you start to hatch the babies. Because now you want the chicken babies now, and then they grow through the summertime. And so for us, it was normal. In the same way, another picture of the resurrection is what? The butterfly. The butterfly is a picture of the resurrection because the worm goes into the cocoon and then it comes out a butterfly. And so really for many years, the egg is a picture from the early church. The same with the butterfly from the early church. Already hear that. Well, it was in Europe at that time. And so really that's also where the bunny got involved. Because now, and here in South, I don't know, I'm still learning about Texas, okay? But up north, at this time of year, what do you see? You see this is the time of the year when the bunnies come out. Because before, they were hiding, they would come out short, it was cold, they would come out short, and they would go back and they would hide. But now, it's springtime, now, what? You see more bunnies coming out, and the adult bunnies have baby bunnies. Yeah, so you see many more bunnies. And so they thought, oh, that's a good picture. Reminds us of Easter, of Jesus rising. It happens at the same time. So that's why these two are really both pictures of the resurrection. Because they made the connection at the same time. But what we have today with the Easter bunny, that's new. The Easter bunny that brings and delivers eggs, that's a new thing. That was not made connection before. That's really marketing today has taken the bunny and the eggs. And how many bunnies you know that lay eggs? How many bunnies you know that lay eggs? Big poor bunny. They have to look and find that bunny that can lay eggs. Yeah, no. And so really, that idea, they took those two ideas, they put them together to marketing. So that they can sell, what? Candy and things like that. Yes. Yeah, it's a new thing today to sell things, okay? But why is really have made the connection for the bunny and the eggs for a long time. Yeah. Well, yeah, that would be nice if it was a lamb. Yeah. For me, this is what I remember.
No.
Because right now up in north, they still have snow in Minnesota. Yeah. They usually had snow. Yeah. And why for me? Because I love this song where it says, sprinkle me with hyssop, and then I will be clean. Wash me, I will become whiter than snow. See, and you and I have white, we have white. Why do we have these? Why do we have white robes? Why does the pastor have white robes? Why?
Yeah.
See, it's supposed to be the picture of forgiveness, of victory. Yes. Yeah. And respect him. Also, Now, when you and I go to heaven, will we have a white?
Yes.
We'll have. That's one of the verses talks about that. Well, I will show you. Okay? So we'll see. We talked about this. Good Friday? Yeah. For us, yes. For Jesus, no. And so you and I saw the crucifixion. We saw that. And we saw, but this is the one guy. There are two guys that went and took Jesus' body and brought it down. Remember their two names? One was J. It was Josepa. Joseph Arimathea. Yeah. He brought Mary with. Remember the guy from John chapter 3 and Nicodemus. Where if you read John chapter 3, Nicodemus came at night to see Jesus. He was hiding, but now that Jesus has been crucified and died, now they come and get Jesus and they bring him down and they bring him to bury him. And it says they brought a lot for Jesus. But as you know, back then they didn't bury people like they dig down and bury them. Instead, they put them in a cave. Yeah, they put them in a cave and then they would cover it up. Do you know about that? Why they would bury people that way? Yeah, the soldiers put to guard it. Why did they put the bodies in? Okay, right, yeah. Why did they put bodies in a cave? Why not bury them? Well, part of it was hard ground, yeah. But back then they would have a family cave. And when someone died, they would take the body and they would put it in there and they'd leave it. And they would cover it. Why? So the animals couldn't get in. And then they would leave it there. And the air would. But then later on, what they would do is come back when the body. Then they would take and gather up the bones. And they would put the bones and they would keep it so that when people died, you put it there, and then the family would keep their bones together. All family was together in that cave. Yeah. The man who let Jesus put in his place. That was a new. Yes. Yeah, he believed in Jesus. Yes. Yeah. They believed in Jesus. Yes. Yes. So now, when they put it, that was the end. No. You and I know. But it was the end of what? It was the end of separation. You remember in the temple? You went in the temple. Whoops. You had the curtain. So you had the curtain in the temple. Why? Why was the curtain there? Why? Why did they have a curtain? God. Okay. All right. And now Jesus opened the way. So now you can come before God. You're right. Yes. Like Old Testament changed to New Testament. Yes. So that's what ended. When Jesus died, that curtain was separated. So the way for you and I to approach God now is open. All of us can talk with God face to face. So that's why we talk about that. Why Easter? Why Easter? You know why it's called Easter?
Everything's through spring.
It was for this time of year. It's for spring. Yes. So you guys already know the story. You talked about the 3 women coming down. You know that. You know about the tomb. There was an earthquake, and the guards, what did they do? Ah! Poing! They poing! Yeah. I mean, That's it. That's it. Yeah. They thought someone stole the body. You're right. Yes. And then you already talked about the angel told them, do not be afraid. He is risen the same as he has promised. But then the woman that Jesus appeared to her, I think it's curious why she still has. Why does he still have the scar? Why? To witness? Yeah.
Remind us that he died for our sins.
Well, I thought in heaven our body's supposed to be perfect.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
To remind us of he died for our sins.
Okay, all right. See, and that's it. You guys are both right. So to remember a witness that he died for our sins. This, for you and I, like this, that's a scar. That was bad because there was something wrong that I got this scar right there. This, Jesus did nothing wrong. It's a good scar. Yeah, it's a good scar. Yeah, forever. It's there forever. Yes. And so that's why Jesus, come on, see right there. Well, really, you know where? Was it there or there? Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. You know, it was there or there. He was nailed up there. But yeah, and so you'll see, sometimes you'll see both. It doesn't matter, either one. And so Jesus appeared. Now, you already know this verse, okay? Do you remember what's that?
Hyssop.
Yeah, hyssop, like a bush, it's like a plant. And do you know what they did in the Old Testament? Well, that was another one, but this is every year you had the Day of Atonement, the Day of Forgiveness. And what they would do, they would bring the animal to be butchered, and they would keep the blood, and then the animal they would put on the altar and sacrifice it to forgive everyone's sin. They did that every year, but they would save the blood. Yeah, they would save it. Why? Because then everyone was gathered to see the sacrifice, and they would take that hyssop, and they would dip it into the blood, and they would fling it, and they would sprinkle it and sprinkle, so everyone would be touched with blood. Yeah, that's what it means to sprinkle me with hyssop, to sprinkle me with blood, and I will be clean.
Wasn't it used for the painting at Passover?
Yes, also, the first time you read about that is the same when the people of Israel left Egypt. That was the plant that they dipped in the blood and they painted it. But really it wasn't painted, it was probably dipped and then on the door. Yeah, they would, but really it was probably on the door. Yeah, not probably painted. It was on the door. Yeah. So now, was it last week or 2 weeks ago we had baptism? When was that? That was last week. Were those 2 girls baptized with blood?
No.
No, blood.
They're baptized with water.
Oh, that blood. Oh.
Well, let me think. Yes, you and I saw the water that was sprinkled. But could the water forgive their sins? Well, with the word, but does the water forgive their sins?
No.
Not alone, no. So what forgives their sins? With the word, in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, yeah, but what is it that forgives their sins? See, that's it. Every one of you, all of us, have been sprinkled with blood. You have been sprinkled with blood. Not meaning like you took the water and sprinkled, no. But when you and I see that baptism with water, you and I have to realize that it is Jesus' blood that comes and washes away the sins. So you and I are baptized with blood. That is what washes us away, yes. And so when you and I, like this, sprinkle me with hyssop, it means sprinkle me with blood. Wow. That's what Jesus does. His blood is what washes us sins. Yes?
Being submerged, the same thing as being sprinkled?
Is being submerged?
Yeah.
Yes, you could. When you talk about baptism, you can be baptized, you can be baptized. But we say that it doesn't matter how much. So if you're in a place and you're sprinkled, that's great. See, I love the way they did it in Europe. Often when they baptized babies, you know what they would do? If that was sprinkled, actually they had a huge baptismal fount. No, that huge baptism fount. And they would take the baby, and the baby would be lowered down, and then they would put the water on it. So it was kind of both. The baby was put in the water, and it was baptized, and then it was brought up. And yeah, that was in Europe. Yeah, if you look at the baptismal fountains in Europe, yeah, they're huge still. You go to their churches today, you can see in Europe. I can show you pictures. When I was recently there in August, they have big, and so they would take the babies and put them in there, baptize them, and bring them up. Awesome, great picture. Yeah. Wow. Now, you just to go off point a little bit. Someday I'm going to show you. Okay. I think the best way is to have coffee. Casket, yeah. And you bring that, and you have water in there, and you take the baby, and you put him in, and you baptize him, and you bring him up. So you have the picture of death and brought to new life. Ooh, that's an awesome picture, visual. Yeah. And so you have to realize, when you and I talk about Easter, we are talking about when Jesus died, his blood was on us to wash us clean. That's why we are, became whiter than snow. Yeah. And now, from Revelation it says, and when it's reading Revelation, it says, who are those ones? They are the ones who have come out of the terrible suffering. They have washed their robes. They have made them white in the blood of the Lamb. And see, and so you and I, when it talks about that, when it talks about, it's not talking about physical robes like this. Where is your and my robe? It's this. Yeah, it's this right here. It's this. It's me, that you and I are washed in his blood to become white like snow. Yeah. So when you see a pastor or someone standing up here with white, that's the picture. It's a picture of heaven. That's why we have the white robes. Oh, that is so important for you and I. It's not because we need it. Jesus already did that on Friday when he died. But Easter, like you guys said, is the proof, is the witness. Jesus fulfilled his word, his promise. He will rise on the third day. Now, Jesus said he will rise on the third day the same as which guy? Remember the guy with the fish? Remember the guy with the fish? Yeah. Jesus said same. Jonah was in the fish for 3 days. The same, I will be buried for 3 days. And then he rose. Okay? Now, everyone knows this story. But today, I want you to remember it more. I want you to remember that you are white. How are you going to remember that? today I want to do something special for you.
Yeah.
I told you we were going to have a snowball fight today. Yeah. So I brought snowballs for you and I. Okay? And so you and I want you to take home one of the snowballs, okay? And you keep it. And remember, the same when you see that, white like snow, that's what Jesus does for you and me. All right? So after church, I think we should have a snowball fight, okay? Okay? Have you ever had a snowball fight? Have you ever? If I throw it at you? Never? Oh, okay. Well, today, what? So today we're going to try that after church, okay? So? We did that.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Oh, Lazarus? Well, no, Lazarus was buried 4 days. Lazarus was in the tomb for 4 days, and then Jesus told him to come out. Okay, but did Lazarus die again?
No.
Yes, Lazarus, he died again later, so he did not live forever. No, it was only Jesus rose to live forever. Yeah. There was no one else. So Lazarus, he died again. Yeah. Same with the young girl that Jesus rose. Same with they lived, but then they died later too. Yes, yeah.
But Jesus still alive.
But Jesus is still alive. Yes, he rose, and that's why. Did Jesus rise body or only soul?
So,
See, that's why Jesus said, come on, let me see. Should be touch. Why did Jesus say touch? Can you touch a spirit? No, yeah, you would go right through. So Jesus showed he died and his body rose. So someday you and I will the same rise. So when you and I get to heaven, we see each other. We can touch each other.
that'd be a wonderful vacation.
It'll be a wonderful vacation. It'll be a forever vacation, yes. Well, now that we remember what Jesus